So I've had a few people talk to me about my videos, and they said they're not very good. So I'm trying to change that. I'm not sure what to do, but I'm gonna try this. First, I'm gonna talk to you and explain to you what I'm doing. Because if you've watched any of my previous videos, it's just me moving really fast and a couple times words pop up on the screen. But if you're not a woodworker at all, which I shouldn't be so specific to, you should still be able to enjoy these. So moving forward, I'm gonna change up the entire way that I do videos, but this will be the last one that I do this way, where I just kind of capture a whole bunch of footage and then speed it up and throw it back at you in 8-minute clips or 30-minute clips, I don't know. But hopefully, with me speaking, you can kind of follow along a little bit this time, and it makes a little bit more sense. But I have to figure out a different way to do this that's a little easier and doesn't require me recording so much. And I'll figure it out. And when I do, I'll get you a better video. But until then, you'll have to enjoy this. All right. So if I can understand this, you should understand this. Damn. 5.5 foot desk. Oh, that big. All right, trying to figure out how big I'm gonna make this. Let's go. I end up making it 5'3". All right. Cut things down. We'll join work. All right, so I'm just prepping this wood. Right now, getting it flat. You can't start unless you have flat wood. So you gotta have flat wood. Here I'm just breaking down a wide piece. I don't really like using wide pieces of wood. I like them really kind of like 6 inches at most, because they'll start to bow. My wife comes in, catches that, tells me that the dryer's broken. So later on today, I have to start fixing the dryer. Yeah, just milling. It's a big knot. Here we go, we're gonna glue these together. Alright, so just kind of getting them all on this board or on this paper so that I don't get glue all over the place. Some fancy little doodads my buddy made me. And we're gonna just put some glue on the edge, spread it around with a little glue brush. And then I'm gonna glue this together. So no dominoes, no biscuits, no dowels, just glue. Type Bond 2, very strong stuff. But that's where those little U-shaped clamps come in. And then you just start in the middle and work your way out. I do big long glue ups. I guess this was almost 8 feet, just about 8 feet. Clean up some glue. And yeah, took clamps off. It's probably the next day. Alright. Clean that glue up. Alright. Take off the paper that's glued to it. And now clean up this glue. Throw it on the ground so you can clean it up later. Alright, here's the drum sander. We're going to send that through just so we can work with it. I'm not going to sand any bit farther than just the drum sander. Give us an edge, make it parallel. Oh, here's a comparison of an $11 square from Harbor Freight versus a Starrett. It's $100. Great 12-inch square. Love it. $11. Let's go buy it. Well, track saw work. Give me a square edge. If you're not a woodworker, none of this would make sense. I understand the necessity to kind of change the style of video that I do. I gotta figure that out. All right, setting the bevel up to 45. So look at a 45 degree there. I didn't clamp that good enough. As you can see, it jumped. So a major amount of cleanup was necessary. Probably 2 hours. Crazy. But got it. Then just had to do the same thing after I cut the other 45 on the leg piece, which is this one. But because it jumped, that's why it has a little wonk in it. And that one actually came out pretty good. I had a little bit of cleanup, but not nearly as much as the tabletop. This is the stock that I milled up for the offset piece that runs the entire length of the leg and the tabletop. That's me fitting it in the groove. So we're gonna cut a 3/4 inch groove in the leg on both sides, and then in the tabletop on both sides. That ended up being such a key thing, making this glue up easy, because I ended up making, you'll see shortly, I make 2 L brackets, and they're like alignment tools for these waterfall tables, and it worked out really well. And on the other side, I just had the end of one of those pieces of maple, so I was able to use that with the cutoff piece, because I ended up doing another waterfall on the other side. I don't think I show any of that. So I waterfalled it twice, but that had the groove cut in this piece that I waterfalled down. So that piece that I glued into the bottom of the table, this next bit, makes it a lot easier for aligning those, and they all come out perfect. It was really, really nice. Definitely would suggest doing something like that, even if you're really shallow. If you're going to use really thin wood like this, it really made the glue up awesome. But yeah, that was chapter 1, kind of prep. And then next is chapter 2, the build.